It's a surprisingly calm moment. But we can only linger in comfort for so long before we have to face our fears again. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Silent Hill 2. Last time we made our way through the streets, pursued by a town that seemingly woke up against us, and came to find shelter in here. Well, it's where we were going anyway, and I guess it's the next step on our path towards Mary. But we also found this strange box with a riddle above. 3 bright coins in the 5 holes be. First sits the maiden underneath the tree. The wind from behind the maiden doth blow. A beautiful flower alone has to grow. And here comes the man, so sleek and so fine. In the pale moonlight his eyes doth shine. Okay. So we need to place some images, I guess, into a sequence, if we can find them. I'm really hoping we'll get ourselves a flashlight soon, and I don't know what Silent Hill would be if it not for that iconic clip-on. There's an apartment right here that we can't access. And that hallway is totally dark apart from that one window. Alright, this way it is then. Oh, hey, look. Automated plant watering. This place is high-tech. We can't step into the backyard either. Okay, up we go.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Making great use of sound in this cavernous space. It really is like being in a cave, and just as foreboding as foreboding as a light on in a distant apartment. My God. Screw you! Screw you! You angled that light so that I'm anticipating the moment when I reach the point where I can see its source, and you are there before that, thus preempting what I was waiting for. There's another one back there, too. It's blinding me. I can't see what's in the shadows of the back of the room. That's the worst part. But we've got our flashlight. Yeah. I got it! Okay, go, 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 go! I can't see anything. I can't see a thing move. Oh my God. You didn't keep it on? Okay, right thumbstick. Ow! Nope, dodge. Hit. Back up. Oh, look at that! You dodged me. Well, screw you. Kill it. Kill it and make it die. I see you broken out of your straitjacket and perfected the handstand. Actually, I can see toes down there, but you look more like nubs. I can't even tell which end is which until I really examine you. But we are looking really messed up, so let's hold down Y. And you'll shoot yourself up with a syringe. You went for that first? Okay, maybe it's a difference between holding down and pressing. Okay, that lighting is really weird and ghostly. See that? When I look directly at the mirror, it's all reflected back at me. When I look away, you're what's reflected.
These clothes.
Do you recognize them? Maybe worn by someone you used to know? Is it starting to feel like this place is maybe speaking directly to you? Chute. Chute courtyard key. Okay, well I remember in... I don't remember if it was this or Silent Hill Alchemilla, there was something to do with the garbage chute. Nothing here. You've been disassembled. More health drink. Ghostly, ghostly. Man, dynamic lighting really adds a lot to this, doesn't it? I always think about flashlights as creating the anticipation as you wand it over the room, and just waiting to see what's right in front of you, but still not revealed. You'll close the door behind you. But the world's our oyster now. The dark is no longer our enemy. Okay, that's not gonna work there. I'm honestly gonna have to go back and check the footage to see if that thing was there and lying in wait before I picked it up. So many distractions. It knows what you're gonna be looking for, and so it seeks only to confuse you. Now, where's the chute? Because it's the only thing we have to go on before we go upstairs. Which is an overwhelming thought. We got 7 health drinks. Although something tells me we're going to be making liberal use of them as time goes on. I'm starting to pick up a little bit of static on the radio. Or at least I think. More handgun ammo. Still no handgun. I feel like I'd love to be the janitor for an apartment building. That's a Voices of the Void type of job, especially in a rundown place like this. I guess that's basically what open sewer is after a point. Oh, right. Silent Hill has fog in it. I literally had a nightmare that was exactly like this once. It is so strange to be confronted with it in this way at this time. Okay, but remember, it's worth exploring. Can't go there. Warning, garbage chute out of order. Please do not use until the problem is resolved. Well, there's your problem. Also, it looks like a spider may be caught in it and having a bit of a freak out. And climbing through that window there. See, what I've realized is that most of the game is slow and contemplative like this, and the level design has sort of been reworked to allow for that. Reworked to allow for more of these open, visually impressive spaces that you just sort of search around in for a while. And then the enemy encounters are either meant to keep you moving, or to be these sudden moments of acute terror to break it up. But they tend to come as soon as they go. Locane's siblings murder. Perpetrator commits suicide in custody. Walter Sullivan, the culprit in a recent homicide case, was found dead, having taken his own life on the morning of the 22nd in his jail cell. According to the police statement, Sullivan's death was caused by blood loss resulting from severing his carotid artery with a soup spoon buried 2 inches in his neck. Sullivan was apprehended on the 18th of this month on account of brutally murdering Billy and Miriam Locane. Even though Walter Sullivan did not strike a former schoolmate from his hometown of Pleasant River as someone capable of murdering children, the schoolmate admits to having witnessed Sullivan in a state of severe paranoia shortly before his arrest. He was blurting out all sorts of strange stuff, like, he's trying to kill me, he's trying to punish me, the monster, the red devil. Forgive me. I did it, but it wasn't me, he recounts. I guess now that I think of it, he was kind of crazy, the schoolmate concludes. Good conclusion. Thank you for your expert deduction. But Walter Sullivan, I believe we read a similar story in the original. See, this game, it's constantly telling you ghost stories. Terrible things that have happened around here, and you really start to wonder after a while, what is it that this has to do with me? And maybe there is something to it, but the thing that's always stuck with me is simply how it paints the mood. It just informs you that this is a place where terrible things happen. ammo. Okay, James knows. Somebody here. Let's hope it's a bug. Sounds like it's a bug. Look at you trying to sneak up. Okay, not a fan of those closet doors, let me say. We have made it to the other side. Oh, this is total darkness. Yep. I've only got the glow from my glorious blonde hair to light the way, otherwise. I was so tense I was jump scared by a wall. Definitely skeeves me out that you're in the room a little bit before the camera is, huh? There's a reason why third-person perspectives are so often used in survival horror, but look at this. All the windows dirty and papered over. It's more than just abandoned, it's like the residents were all paranoid recluses and we're intruding. Silent Hill has a way of simultaneously feeling like it's long abandoned and like we're gonna stumble onto someone very unhappy to see us at any moment. Oh my god! Okay, a mutual hit. I'm good with that. Nope. Oh god, you're like a crab. You're just as dodgy as I am. Okay, well, what we're gonna need then is to get you to fall. If we can just do that combo, you'll be in bad shape. Okay. There we go. Keep stomping till the static stops. I'm a very big fan of the way this blood pours out. Well, that made me sound a little bit psycho. But then again, maybe you guys exist because I need to get some aggression out. You're certainly handy for it. It's a really good example of how even unwieldy combat can serve a narrative purpose. It's not so much about how you feel during combat, although that's certainly been improved. It's about how you feel in general. It's tough enough that you dread encountering something. You'll never be like, oh yeah, combat. But you don't feel frustrated and annoyed when they catch you either, because it is intense and sort of fun. When it comes to horror games, you know, devs are sort of dealing with, like, weird incentive structures. How do you make people want something they do not want? But this is doing a pretty good job of it. Oh no. I know what that makes me think of.
Hey! Wait! Damn it.
I mean, what else do you say?
What's a kid doing here?
And this is where we come upon one of the biggest aspects of Silent Hill. This place is a dangerous nightmare, yet there's a little girl just running around and seemingly unbothered by the fact that there's no one. Then there's the woman in the graveyard who seems to recognize it more like we do, but not quite to the same extent. Remember when I said before that the dialogue is sort of like having a conversation with someone who isn't all there, that you can't really be sure they've actually heard what you said? Well, everybody is like that in different ways. Every interaction feels just a little bit like the two of you are having a slightly different conversation in your own head. And that's off-putting. It's... Okay, well, put a pin in that thought. We gotta deal with whatever this is. That door is open now. Hang on. No, not you. Into our inventory. Shut up for a second. I swear I heard like a humming. My God. Stop. That flash again. We saw that once before. Sounds like there's something in that apartment. Oh no. Down there should be the key, yes. Room 108, is that where the girl went? Get the key first. Worry about that first. Second floor hallway key. I don't know if we really need it. I think it's pretty clear that the radio would be blaring if I put it on right now. Let's make sure we check every angle this light is actually on. Not that it's doing very much. Oh boy. Oh boy, you were drawing on the walls. Well, I'm glad somebody's having fun here. Imagine if there were like 50 monster corpses in here and she's just that good. She has been going to town. Perfecting her bunny craft, I see.
Huh. Quite the artist.
Well, the one on the left looks more like a bunny dog cat, which is actually pretty awesome. I wonder if she takes commissions. Wait, there's something over here. Music. Don't suppose James knows how to play for himself. Okay, then what's in room 108? I'm procrastinating because I kind of get the impression that something is going to burst out of 106 on my way back. If I don't have to, I won't fight it. Or, actually no, because of course I'll have to search the apartment then. Is there something there? No, but there's something here. Golden apple handle. Well, I guess we've got that now. So it opens when you grab the apple. I bet a wedding dress also brings back memories for us. Nope. Okay, thing in 106, do your worst. Ah! Oh my God. So that's what it is, a bursting light. Look, man, you don't have to do this right now. I do not have a handgun yet. Right, run forward. Smash! Back up. Nope, you're gonna do it again. Oh, come on, that was so far away. That was so far away. What do you want? Oh, no, you think you're getting away that easy? Nope, screw you. You're leading me in here. Okay, you'll be spared for now. Huh. There's a couple of you. I think we found Joe's apartment. Oh, no, 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 you don't. No, you don't. That goodwill of leading me here only extends so far. I don't know how you unlock the doors. More handgun. That bear looks like it's seen better days. Please deliver these to Mrs. Millie from 102. I'm really worried about her. She's been cooped up all alone with his belongings for days on end. She won't even move them. And God forbid anyone else touch anything. It's breaking my heart just thinking about it. Is Mrs. Millie maybe a widow? Look at that, a little care package complete with flowers, so I guess that's a pretty safe bet. All right, let's take some health drinks so we don't have to look at these effects. Although maybe I should wait a little longer. Is there anything else here that I need? Maybe that's just a hint to go back to 102? In any case, we are done here. Oh, could definitely use a save. It's been the entire episode so far. Oh, hey, a door's been opened. We could go to the second floor. There's two of them in there. I can see their shadows. Nope. Nope. If you're gonna chase me in here, that wouldn't be the worst thing. Divide and conquer, right? Yep. Ow, come on. Are you able to move while you start? Come on. Yeah, fighting you guys in an enclosed space with nowhere to move and dodge to is not proving nice. But at least there's only the one now. Valentine's Day. 4. Okay, so these may actually be numbers for like a keypad or something. There is actually, you know what? If we can go out and explore the streets at any time, remember, there is still the keypad out there. More health. That's good, because I'm going to need it in a second. Look at that. The petals all scattered over the bed. Pillow on only one side. And a cane there, with its owner no longer having need of it, presumably. An old couple. Now this is how you do environmental storytelling. Because environmental storytelling doesn't need to go out of its way to tell its story. I mean, it's almost inevitable, one way or another. In any couple, one will most likely outlive the other. We have a chance to hit you first. Come on. You seem to have some ability to negate your lunge if we manage to hit you during it. I'm not sure if it still does damage or not. How about 101? Well, you know what they say, the thing in room 101 is the worst thing in the world. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with it right now. Go to 102. How high up does this go? There's the third floor, and the fourth is presumably the roof, but there's no entering the third. At least not from here. I'm actually kind of surprised they've completely redesigned the apartments for this. But if anything, I guess I'm sort of glad that they're not doing a whole lot of, like, fan service pandering. When you set out to make a game, you need to have, like, a goal in mind from the start, and you can tell that the goal here was to recapture Silent Hill 2, and not simply to say, hey, remember Silent Hill 2? No keys for this. Actually, wait, didn't we pick up the... Okay, there it is, yeah. I'm not concerned with that for right now, though. What rooms can we get into? 201 needs a key, but there's a symbol of a tree. Tree with leaves on only one side. Huh. A dead other half, maybe? I'm sorry, this is a game that invites you to English teacher it because, well, it is legitimately everywhere. Hello, you're already dead. Nah. Or, I'm starting to hear things I don't like. I think we've arrived. You're just standing there. Completely understated. Not a cutscene, not a scripted event. Just there watching. Ladies and gentlemen, Pyramid Head. This room is completely dark on its own, and I don't like it. Not a speck of light even coming in from the outside. It's like it's night on one half of the building. What is this? It's like somebody's broken through the wainscoting. I guess we're not being instructed to do so. It looks like something was dragged. Can you open this closet? No. You never know. Try to open locked doors 50 times. Thank you, achievement. Well, it's always worth a shot, right? Oh. I didn't even see this before. We can climb through the wall. You know, in case we need to make a quick escape. Hey, might we need to make a quick escape sometime in the near future? Due to the ongoing renovation works, tenants are asked to keep out of the third floor of the building. Excuse me, we are on the second floor. Every once in a while, your little annoyed grunt at not being able to get through scares me a bit. Especially at a time like this. I just keep thinking about the fact that it's totally dark when I turn my light off, which means at any given moment, it's totally dark behind me. Well, except for that red glow that I now associate with our new friend. Look at that. Holes in that board allow light to pour through, but for just a moment it kind of looked like it was in a humanoid shape. I also wonder if there's any kind of like AI director to this that controls what sort of item spawns we get, or if they're fixed in every playthrough. Doesn't just look like holes, it looks like bullet holes. Like the Bone Brigade showed up and decided to rattle them. Here we are. This whole room is about violence. Okay, 10 rounds. Oh, holy heck, that's a sensitive trigger. I just barely touched it. Alrighty. And by barely touched it, I mean, like, my finger was sort of on the side of it. Okay, maybe attribute it to nerves? There's a scream, but it's brighter. What do we attribute that to? I think we attribute it to procrastination. Oh. I was wondering when we'd see this again. The instinct is to reach out to try to get their attention, but you already know what this is. And why bother when you already know there's nothing to be gained? The key to room 212. The thing about Silent Hill is that nothing's easy, but it always gets you where you need to go. And you've left. Actually, wait. If I head back, I wonder if anything in that other room has changed. Well, actually, I just noticed the 3 here is inverted, and somebody's taken the 0. That oddly wide 0. Nope, nothing different here. Can we go out here? We can. Although there doesn't seem to be anything for us. Look at this! It's a rusty metal balcony. And there's, for no reason, just wood planks laid down on top of it, just to make it feel that much more rickety. Nothing here. Oh, I really should go back and turn the radio static back on. Keep hearing things. I think they're on my right. Oh, oh god. We've got some ammo, but do we want to spend it here? How do you lose something in such a small space like this? There you are! Didn't work. 2, 3. And that's it for you. We don't want to use all our ammo on every enemy we come across, do we? But for you guys, maybe that's best. Because at a certain point, it really becomes a risk assessment. Is it worth losing the health? We are getting little whispers from the radio. I love how it gives you this moment to take in. Yep, you're over there now. Those bars won't protect you any longer. Strike you first. That's the way to go. Look at that! That is so cool! You're actually, like, streaking blood across the floor. And it seems to have its own twitch to it. Is it worth the ammo? We're gonna do that. Back up as much as possible. You have a tendency to do it twice in a row. And then while you're recovering, we do that. I think I've gotten this combat down pretty well. You know, with the way your blood is laid out, it kind of seems like you've been castrated. It's just, nothing's unintentional in this game, so I'm trying to notice every detail I can. Oh, hey, there's something here. Neat. Fast travel unlocked. And now we can, I guess, make our way to the 3rd floor. Even though the sign said I'm not supposed to. We know about their tendency to hide now. You must think I'm cruel, but this prison is of your own making. The choice was yours. I watched you make it, over and over and over again. This time's not going to be any different, and I'll be here watching. It both does sound like a punishment and like a breakup letter. Is this some kind of wall safe? We can place the golden apple here. Is this a peephole to the other room? It does sort of look like someone was imprisoned here. We can move this whole thing and see for ourselves. Oh, well, that's bad. There's all kinds of, like, symbols and characters scrawled all over the place. Okay, well, our life now depends on figuring out the combo to the safe. Like somebody was imprisoned here until they could figure it out. Right, where the rooftops pierce through the night. Left are homebound footprints with no owner in sight. But has he found home? Oh, please, pray tell. Or a river of memories leading right to his hell. It's gotta be a hint. And I would bet that the key is probably in that safe, right? I see some squiggles and an 11 right there. In fact, look at that. It glows more strongly in the light. Okay. Let's look around then. So the first, right where the rooftops pierce through the night, left where the homebound footprints with no owner in sight. So it's going to be something 7. And that gives us our order. Let's check the ceiling too. $13. So I'm thinking right 13, left 7, and then the last one will be 11. Maybe there isn't another one. Maybe it's just the 3. I mean, usually that's the case. So let's try 13, 7, 11. There we go. Let's Spent a long time looking for a non-existent fourth. Coin man. Okie dokie. And the key to get us out of here. Oh, you're aware of someone. Only because we're back here. These little snippets of domestic life, that's all this is. All that a reminder of what we've lost and what we never had. Get smashed out of midair. I did that with a fly one time, and that was like my proudest moment. 2F small staircase key. And we can open from here. This whole place is one big puzzle to untangle. Oh, hey! Howdy! Okay, you went for that. Your spit is the only thing I'm really afraid of. There we go, die. Oh my god, I was really hoping you'd be dead before you did that. What is it with you? You took a lot more punishment than normal. I'm not sure that was really worth it. Welcome home. Alright, more ammo. Only ever 1 or 2 bullets at a time. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Screw it. There we go. Let's Indiana Jones this thing. Oh boy, not quite enough. Come on. Now you should stay down. Anything worth reading in here? It doesn't seem so. Although I guess I've interrupted yours. Wow, that didn't actually heal us all the way. I thought a heal was a full heal. Okay, I get what it's telling me. Stop healing and start shooting. Because we are starting to very quickly work through our stuff. Oh, we've come around. Welcome home. This cake left out moldy and uneaten. It just feels mean, like a cruel joke. And everything about here has that vibe, you know? It's like a rusty knife on the table. It may not be cutting you right now and in this very moment, but it just feels gross having it in your vicinity. And this looks like someone was tortured here. Right behind the same wall with the welcome home sign. But it doesn't seem like there was really anything in that apartment, well, beyond the ammo that we used there. And the ammo of here. Well, I'm glad you're reimbursing me partially. But now we're on the other side of that grate. So hopefully that's great. Hey, look at you out there. You're doing a whole lot of dodging. I don't know if headshots matter. Perhaps they do. We're back to right here. We can see you from here. Oh, there's the staircase key. Hey, look at that. A bloodstain on the ground. I think you might be the one that was lying here before. You really committed to the act. I stomped on you before, and you still didn't get up. So there's nothing up here, which is lame. There's two things I wanted to do, and that's check that and save, because it has been a long while. Thankfully, we have this shortcut back through the courtyard. Now, one annoying thing with this game, and it's pretty much my sole complaint, is the performance is a little... I don't even know if you can call it bad performance, but you can definitely feel it lose frames when it's loading a new area. It's only now I'm thinking about it, but I suppose it does sort of keep the look. I mean, it's got the blue lower part of the walls and the white going the rest of the way up. So the spirit is still there. So we should go through here now. There was a save right here. Okie dokie. And don't get me wrong, I do know it also saves in the background. I've seen that it does auto-save. It just doesn't tell us about it. Thank you. Oh, that's a bunch of ammo. Back to ground floor. Wait, have we been here? The key was already in. Ah, straight to courtyard. Bridging connections is what's really gonna save us. Oh, this is giving me so much inspiration for an Urbex map. Back here. I swear I just heard a moan from further down the hall. The sounds in this game are real subtle at times. Hello?
Hey, who's there?
It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it, I swear.
Hey, are you okay?
I didn't do anything. He was like that when I got here.
He... Oh, you mean the man back there? In the kitchen?
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill him.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not saying that you did. Look, my name is James. James Sunderland.
Eddie.
Eddie, okay. So, do you live here, Eddie?
No. I'm not even from this town. It's just...
Something brought you here.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that. Well, they came at me. I didn't know what to do, so I ran. I came here. Figured it might be safe, but then I found the guy in the fridge.
Easy, deep breaths. Look, this place, it's not safe. These things, this whole town, there's something wrong with it. It might be best if you just get out of here.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, you want to come with? Maybe together we can find a way out of this town.
Oh, sorry, but I can't leave. Not yet. I need to find someone.
Oh.
And, Eddie, be careful.
Yeah, you too.
So the adults we've met all seem to acknowledge something wrong. But I really gotta wonder how a guy like that has managed to last this long. Angela was a sad, sort of hopeless story. The little girl, the jury's still out, but this guy just seems sort of pitiful. Have you got something we need? This place is overflowing with food, pizza boxes, that nasty mush that fills the shelves there. And you. We can look, but we can't do much. Now, I imagine there's no use beating around the bush when it comes to this, because I don't think there's actually like a definitive reveal point either. Silent Hill shows you a reflection of what you bring with you. It's your personal nightmare, and it forces you to confront it. And it doesn't necessarily care whether you're left better for it, it just makes you confront it. And so that's how we have to see things when it comes to all the other characters. How did this guy manage to make it this far? Well, he's probably not seeing the same things we are. But here we do get a glimpse of what he is seeing. A bounty of food, as repulsive as it looks to us, and his disgust seemingly with himself. We don't know if he actually did this. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Or maybe it represents something that he did at one point. But either way, he feels that disgust with himself and an inability to take any sort of responsibility. I don't quite remember his whole story, so once again I am able to put myself into a sort of, for the first time, English teacher mode when it comes to examining this. The pools, and there's something out there. Anything here? Football helmet. Interesting that this seems to have been the apartment of somebody who was pretty athletic, presumably the one in yonder fridge. Who's out there? Oh, there you are. There's plenty out here. There's a whole bunch of them down there surrounding that baby carriage. And you. Okay. Worry about your ranged attacks. There's only one corner we can do this from. Cannot jump down. Is it possible for me to kite you? What I could do is shoot at you from a distance. I can jump down, actually. Alright. All of you, this way. Oh, this is such a bad idea. Nope, don't walk away. Don't you walk away from me. How am I gonna do this? I could lure you over here and use the stairs. Something tells me James will lack the dexterity to climb up. That's my problem. My desire to save gonna cost me, like it always does. Who knows? Whatever. We're in it now. Okay, we got that. Leave it alone. Oh, you can climb back up. Okay, James, you are a superhero among survival horror protagonists. Back in. So that's one thing that we may use with the box in the front room. Yeah, let's climb on through. Let's see if we can do anything with this. Yes, maybe pick up the pace a little bit. We're back here. Well, my, that is convenient, isn't it? Oh, listen, I can actually hear my muddy boots on the floor. Or maybe that's you out there. Calming music is still here, but I gotta say, I liked the view from this window better before. So what are we doing with this? We can use the coin of the snake, the man. Alright, so first it's the maiden underneath the tree. That's probably in that tree room. The wind from behind, the beautiful flower. The man. And the moonlight. Well, look, while we're here, I'm going to take a step out onto the street and see if I can read that thing that was by the front door last episode. Oh, we're locked in. Never mind. Kind of thought we would have a little bit more of the free roam here, but then again, we came in here for a reason. Actually, I've just had a look at the other coin in my inventory, and it says the reverse depicts a flower. So that would mean that the flower would be the third. There we go. There we go, we can rotate. Or we can even swap places, that's cool. So if we flip you, a sword. Now that we're good and saved, let's see what's on this mysterious 3rd floor. Well, besides renovations. No. This really is just a bumping into doors simulator, huh? You know, I've heard it was announced that Konami wants a new Silent Hill game every year following the success of this and Silent Hill F. I don't know if I like that idea. It doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would benefit this series. I can see you moving in the light beyond. Rather not deal with you in the moment. Although we do have more means to deal with you now than we did before. Alright, there's gotta be something. I've got no more keys. This is acting like there's a keyhole, but it's not even giving me the opportunity to try. Oh, but we can climb through the wall here. I saw you. For a second I was backing up because I just wanted to, ow, come on. I know there's another one too. Down. Wanna try some more? 3 bullets, that's all it takes. But I think there's at least one more. Yep. Come on. The lights flicker as we spot you. Please stop dodging like that. That was a lot of ammo. We've still got a lot. Still, we can't keep using it like that. I'm using a controller because that's what the game recommends when you launch it on Steam, but it's not the greatest for aiming, and I'm also sort of like fighting with the auto aim, which helps and hinders at the same time. Hi. Come on. Because there's a little bit of drift to it, even when it seems like it's on target. Okay, you're the one who was hiding out here. Health for me? No! But you know what? Sometimes handgun care is health care. This does take place in America, after all. I know there's something here. I know, because I can feel it. It all looks normal, but it's not. It's underneath, pulsing, trying to get out. Is it trying to get out? Or should I get in? I have to uncover it. Rip it to the surface. Seems like before this town, well, found itself this way, there were just some people who were aware that there was something wrong with it, but nobody else could see. Or at least nobody believed what it was. Oh my god! What is this? Get off of me. Okay, well, you just earned yourself a beating. Come on. Whole part is a gauntlet that's making us use everything we built up. We're pretty close to having to switch back now to the melee. Could definitely use some health. I'm honestly considering turning off the auto-aim, because I feel like I'm actually fighting against it more than anything. Move to the adjacent apartment. Oh man, who would ever want to set up like this? Howdy. It's 2 hits. You come right out here, please. And there we go. But I'm very nearly out of ammo. Anybody else here? I hear constant creaking. I think maybe one of those crawlers is afoot. Oh, maybe that's a poor choice of words. More health. We're still keeping good on that. I always know something like this is going to happen every time in survival horror games. Whenever you have a surplus of ammo, it's because you're right before a section that's going to knock it all down. Another syringe. We've got far more health than ammo, which is unfortunately usually the sign for you to start using melee again. Wow, the door to the hall is locked. I was wrong. Wrong. No, I wasn't, but I wasn't entirely right. I need to peel off more. Something more blood close. I've never seen those words used together or hyphenated like that before, but it's making my skin crawl. Look at this. I think it might be starting to get darker out. Where to from here, then? We can crawl through the walls. Haven't found anything useful or a way to move on. So much locked. Oh, you will crawl through. We're just full of bad decisions today, aren't we? But there's the garbage chute. Bloody apple. I don't really have an interpretation, but it's not the first reference we've seen to apple. It makes a pretty good weight, though, doesn't it? And knock a coin free. Well, it's a good thing James is clairvoyant. Otherwise, we'd have no idea to think to check there. You leave me alone. Okay, I guess we're out. Hear those things. Oh, gap between them. Can we push this open? No, we can't. It's like a fog lifted and this whole area loaded in. Right, there's the next one. A blinded man. And a stone. Oh no, a woman. Okay, so I guess that'll be the maiden. I mean, what have we seen apples associated with? Relationships and punishment. So let's start looking for alternate doorways. So I think we're done with the 3rd floor now. As far as I can see, but there's nothing of use here either. There's a town map here. Doesn't really help us right now.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah.
I guess.
We can come back and talk to Eddie. Hey, there's something here. Dear Madam, in response to your complaint regarding the gunshots from apartment 217, we had paid a visit to the tenant, and he assured us that he does not own any firearms. He was fully cooperative and granted us access to the apartment. True to his words, we did not find any weapons or traces of using one. Should the noises persist, please inform the janitor. I don't know how that worked out. Well, wait a minute though, because the top sentence just says 3 coins. So what's the point of the other 2 things, especially since it describes imagery that we've seen in other places? Like, we know there's a tree thing somewhere. Unless this is the door, or unless this gives us the key to the tree door. Alright, well, let's try it with 3 then. So the first would be the maiden beneath the tree. So that would put you here. The wind from behind the maiden blows. Well, that would put the flower over here, presumably. And here comes the man in the pale moonlight. Right here. Ah, okay, here we go. That's why. The man approached, his blade now revealed. His face disappears behind shining steel. If we flip you. Away from the man doth the maiden flee. Towards the flower, away from the tree. Unless we can flip you. Hang on. Well, you'd probably come closer. And you farther away. Where once grew a flower, a venomous glee. Where once was a maiden, but a stone doth be. And over her grave the man doth remain. His blade never met the vile serpent's vein. This is so cool. This started off as what sounds like a love story. There we go. Drawing his blade to kill the serpent. She didn't notice it because all she saw was him drawing that blade and ran away, right into the danger. The beast to its teeth and her flesh doth bore. He who has failed, she who is no more. Now unto you falls a grievous chore. Who carries blame for what fate had in store? So many of us have asked that same question in one way or another, huh? Oh, wait, look. We can choose the top part now. It's for us to decide. Him for not approaching the right way, her for not paying attention. Or the one who made the kill itself. To me, that's fairly obvious, but... Well, I guess it's more of a Rorschach test. It's more about the why than the what. There we are. That was a really good puzzle. A puzzle that serves the themes even as you're solving it. And which invites the player to reflect. That's really, really neat. I feel like I remember this being a lot more annoying in the second game. Like, there was a very similar puzzle, but I don't think it played out exactly this way. Then again, maybe I got stuck on the same problem. So anyway, that's all. 201. Well, I guess that's better than 101. What have we got in terms of ammo? 13 rounds. Oddly, this place has started to become a bit familiar with all the running around we've done. But we're in now. What a door to remove. But look, compared to everywhere else, this place is nearly pristine. I mean, it's old, empty for some time. But the lights are on, it's warm, it feels like we've been invited. Other aspects, not so much. This looks more like an intrusion, like something has forced its way in. So there's our proper introduction to Pyramid Head. And what he represents, throwing these inhuman yet distinctly feminine forms around, raising their legs as they struggle. So what was here? A bloody handkerchief. With that flower symbolism on it again. We go to defend ourselves, and in that moment show not only that we are utterly incapable of fighting that thing, but also that the way this thing works is a bit of an enigma. At first, it doesn't react at all, almost like it didn't notice what we did. Then it seems to react, and then it's like it just forgets and walks off with its prize. And those movements, I don't remember it making those like jittery flexes before, but look at this thing. It's a symbol of raw strength. That this thing moves around, is an apex predator, and takes what it wants. And, well, we can't be sure what it was doing, but we know what it looks like. It's slow and lumbering, but then it makes these sudden, unpredictable movements. So that's the Pyramid Head we're dealing with this time around. And I can't imagine there's much for us to do besides follow it. a neighboring building. This seems even more destroyed than before. Look, we can actually see the path where some great blade just slashed through this. And the worst part is, it feels like much more of an invasion finding it there. I like that. We did not hear Pyramid Head or these two things come in. We were in the safest looking part of the apartments, and we round a corner, and they were just there. Nothing. Nothing. I'm really gonna need something soon. This whole place is just caked in grossness. This one feels more like biologically moldy, not just abandoned like the other one. Ammo, don't want to leave that behind. Every little bit helps. Blue Creek Apartments, okay. We saw this on the map, that this was the neighboring building. There you are. I don't know if I should do it this way. Oh, wait, no, not that. Oh, come on, you... Oh. Hey, you look a little bit different. Back up, back up, back up. Continue with the up backing. While you're doing that, we dodge and smash. And kill. Oh my... You were able to vomit from the floor, and it continues to hurt. Well, that hardly seems fair. Thankfully, we've got the health to back us up now, so it actually is kind of worth it. Utility room. Man, it's not just the environment. Everything here is toxic. I figured we'd be able to. No. Should I switch to gun? I'm thinking perhaps I should. Yeah, multiple enemies here. But this radio, it's not doing much for me. Come on, I know they're here. Come on, please. Please. Oh my god, controllers. Oh my god, controllers. Smash. Smash. Save ourselves a bullet that way. Yep, you're just gonna erupt. So, what have we learned? No melee with you. I just reached over and grabbed my mouse for that. Anybody else? Yep, that's what I thought. Come on. Trying to run away never works. It's dodge or nothing. You unfortunately don't have a head for us to use. The worst part about this is this vignette. I don't really like it. There's a lot of options. Maybe we can turn it off. But I don't want to use my health prematurely either. Puts us in this annoying situation where we're sort of incentivized to keep it on screen for a while. M. James just like, okay, make a note of that. I think M has a bit of an insect problem. You know, this place is much more frequently caged off, just like those parts on the second floor. Oh, there's a save point. Is it gonna make us earn that save point? Henry fears Scott. He'll run from him and hide. He's fled to the west, to the other side. But here comes Mildred with unknown intent. Scott lays face down, blind to her descent. That looks like a drawing of a grandfather clock. Probably that grandfather clock. I see. Well, we're gonna have to find the hands and then determine where they should go. The name Scott is written on the wall here. Look at this. It's like night has started to fall all at once. Find some more health to replace what I just lost. It always tends to give me what I need when I need it. But look at this. Things are darker, dirtier. It kind of feels like the world descends as we fall deeper into despair. And that's no coincidence. I mean, even just look at before. We were running around on the streets. It was almost blindingly bright for as obscured as it was. We had all these different places to go, and we could run around freely. Now we've been forced into these narrow corridors. Combat is more brutal as we're forced into closer quarters, and it just feels like this game did the opposite of what most games do. It was very open, and now it's closed in on itself, and that is part of Silent Hill's unique pacing. Where most games want to build and give the player more as time goes on, here, the experience sort of narrows and focuses, and it gets darker and darker the farther we go. It has a way of slowing the player down, of sort of allowing us to fall into the stream little by little. And I'm happy to see that as a remake, not only is it not relying solely on fan service, it's actually taking some pretty big swings as far as the liberties it takes with some of its most iconic imagery. But it works because it all still fits into what was there, and that's kind of been the common theme throughout this. I'm very excited to see how much deeper this goes, and if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.